Today we go over the first episode of Star Wars Forces of Destiny. This is Mike Zero here once again. If you guys are new here to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. I thank you also very much for the kind support. It is greatly appreciated. Now today we will be discussing the first episode of Star Wars Forces of Destiny. A very short episode. It is the first one. And what's so great about this is that Daisy Ridley does the voice of Rey. In case you guys did not know, she actually voices Rey in this series. So in the first episode, what's really great about this is it is canon, the whole show is canon, and we do go into a scene in which it extends the sequence in the actual Force Awakens film where we see both Rey and BB-8, and as they are walking behind, a Nightwatcher worm comes out of the sand. So this sand monster, alright, the Nightwatcher worm, gets a whole lot of action in this episode. It's almost like something from the Tremors movie. Have you guys ever seen the Tremors movie? Where, you know, you have these worms going under the sand and they emerge and they take people down. Well, we get something just like that in this episode while Rey and BB-8 are trying to defend themselves. And what's so cool is that Rey uses her staff a whole lot more in this episode than how she did in the actual Force Awakens film in the first act. So what's great about this episode is two things. We get to see the Nightwatcher worm in action. The other thing is that we do see Rey go up against this Nightwatcher worm using her staff to defend herself. And one thing that really caught my eye is when she jams the staff in the Nightwatcher worm's mouth. It's almost reminiscent to that of when Luke Skywalker did that thing with the pipe or whatever it was in Return of the Jedi against the Rancor. He puts it in the mouth and it jams the jaw, and we get the same exact thing in the first episode of Forces of Destiny. And eventually, as we go toward the end of the episode, Rey and BB-8 come to a safe environment, and the Nightwatcher worm gets all emotional because he's not getting his food, which is actually a piece of metal, it seems. And Rey gives him the piece of metal, and he eats it, and he goes away, and everyone's happy at that point. So, I like this. It really is extending the scenes in The Force Awakens. It's filling in the gaps. Just knowing that one little scene in The Force Awakens where both Rey and BB-8 pass the worm, now we know what happens afterwards. So guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments section. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you also very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.